Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Garrett the Cage, and we're back in Prey on the PS4. Now, the last two videos, I have been doing the endings. The first one was blowing up the place but staying aboard. The second one was blowing up the place and escaping. And this time, I am just going to be going down and installing or using the Neuro mod on the Heart of the Coral. Also, at the end of this one, if you've been following along, the hidden room at the very end of the game, there is an option in there. I'll be tacking on what happens there at the end of this video as well. Alright, so let's get going.
Microgravity detected.
Alright. Man, this game has been already, it's been something. Where's the heart at? Psychotronics. Okay. Then I probably go up. Whee! No, this has been surprisingly good so far, and in such a good way. And I've been, normally at the end of my videos, I kind of give my thoughts and my kind of short review over it, but I've been holding off, and I'm going to leave it here at the end of this one. So I'm in awe by this game and how well it's put itself together, especially after the hiatus it has taken and kind of remade itself. Go down to the lobby.
Morgan, I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter ripping through the hull. You have to move. Боже мой. Every window in this station. It's engulfing the place. It's everywhere.
Okay, gotta get moving here. Alright guys, well I accidentally went to the wrong floor. I went down to life support, thinking that's where I had to go. It was pointing me down that way, I swear it did. Was I just gung-ho about going that direction, or was it really telling me to go there? Psychotronics, there we go. Alright. Oh. If I remember right, he said that we have to scan this thing. Oh! To know where to put the Neuro mod thing. Yes?
Specimens required.
Hey, stay open here. Oh, come on!
More specimens required.
Come on, come on, come on.
Research
Got it.
complete.
Oh, tendril. Okay. Really, Mimics? You know who I am? How do I get up there? Ow! What the hell? Oh, great. It's one of you. Look, I don't have time for this.
Warning, suit integrity damaged.
How do I get up there, though? Hold on, I gotta look at the map, see if there's a... What the hell am I supposed to do here? I need my pistol put back on because it needs more bullets. But the only thing that's ahead of me is the security station. Right? Oh, duh. Can I go upstairs from somewhere in here? There we go. Wow. I'm trying to juke that Weaver here. Really? No, 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 no! No, 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 no! Don't shut the door on me yet. No, no, no. Okay, that's where I need to go. If I remember right, there's a way to get inside there from one of these doors. No, wait, I already passed it. That's right. Oh, not there. Trying to flail too much here. I'm also going to eat some food. I should prepare my suit while I'm at it, but... Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. I swore that was open last time. How do I get in there? That feels like something. Why does that feel like something? Dude, you better get out of here. Shit's about to get real. Here it is. There we go.
That should do it. Come to the bridge. We can finish this thing once and for all.
Null gravity detected.
All right. Sorry about getting lost there. I didn't think it was on that side. Hang tight, Aaron. Now we gotta get back to the bridge, so unless any dialogue shows up, I am going to just get us there, okay? Alright, guys, we finally made it back here. Don't forget, at the end of this episode will be the alternate ending to the hidden room as well. So let's go ahead and do the Nullwave.
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and a complicated one at the same time. It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together. It's immortality, and it is beautiful.
All right, guys, I want to talk about this before we get to the hidden room section. I am thoroughly surprised by this game. I originally did not plan on picking this title up. I was like, nah, whatever. But I started seeing it get some really solid reviews. So I was like, well, we'll give it a shot. Putting it in, I got the instant feeling of a BioShock title. Not just because of the wrench, but just because of how the place is laid out and how just things work in this whole ecosystem that they made. Graphically, this game is beautiful. I think they did a great job graphically on this. Story-wise was good. And I'm going to talk about the good things first, if you couldn't tell, and then we're going to talk about the few problems I had. I love all the different items that you could find, all the different interesting little things to recycle, and I love the recycling part. I think that is awesome. A person like me that loves to collect things, I want a purpose, and that's my purpose. I can just recycle them all and get something to put towards other things. Having an attaché case, basically, to manage where things are and how to put things where was great. It worked very well for that stuff. And all the characters were memorable. I liked all of the characters. I thought they were really, really good. Now for the downsides. The main one I have is load times. This game has a minute plus load times on the PS4 Pro. That's an issue. A minute, I mean, there were times I cut out a minute 30 out of load screens, and they're so consistent. For every door you go through, there's a load screen. There's a lot of dead time, and that shouldn't be that way. Even if they cut that down to less than a minute, I'd be happier. I understand there's a lot to load in, a lot of things going on, but that needs to be addressed and or understood by you, the viewer. Every time I went through a door, it was at least a minute, if not a minute and a half load screen. All the enemy types, there were so many, and I loved it. I love the idea of the mimics and how they just took over whatever they found around them. I love that. Some of the enemies got a little more annoying, but that's kind of they forced you to try to use your weapons and use your abilities that I didn't go with, obviously. But all the options that you had as well, like not only the different endings, but installing Typhon mods or not, were great. Another down point is I felt like they gave you the arc of the story way too early. Watching the Looking Glass video of us saying, hey, you got to blow this place up, felt way too early. Now, while granted we had other options as they revealed themselves, I felt like that should have been kept to more middle of the story. Maybe that's just me. If I'm going to rate this game on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I'm giving this a solid 9. If those things could ever get worked out with the loading screens or whatnot, it's a 10 in my book. Like, there are so many good things in here. So, I really cannot argue with how good they did, and I want to see a sequel. I want to see more of this game because they really showed us that they could take a game, put it in the oven for an extra long time, and come out with something amazing. So, on that note, we will go see the Hidden Room ending, and then at the end of that one will be the opposite choice inside the Hidden Room. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. If you can, give the video a like. It does help us out quite a bit. Also, check out the channel because there's tons of videos going on over there. Until next time, you guys, stay frosty.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, and nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise. It's remarkable that it never installed a single Typhon-based neuromod. In my view, this demonstrates a strong identification with us, but its most surprising act was sparing Dar. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos Y.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram.
Would you let it live?
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign.
Danielle, what do you say?
It never saw me, and it never ran into Volunteer 37. Hard to say what it would have done. A lot of humans controlled by the Typhon ended up dead. Not that it was easy to avoid, but I just don't think it's worth the risk.
In the end, he chose to activate the Nullwave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.